This is Acid Night Radio. This is the weekly music podcast where every week we get into a different band, different artist, and we listen to and rank all of their records. We give our big banger and sticker from each of them, and we try to have a good time doing it. My name is Tyler, and way out there hundreds of miles away is Jeff. While you're listening, go to Spotify, Apple Podcasts, give us 5 stars. If you're watching on YouTube, you smash that subscribe button, dude. That's the kids say. And that's all I have for the boring intro. And we are in prog season. We're deep into prog season right now. We still have a couple more weeks left of this. Only good shit from here on out. And we're doing Tool this week.
Tool?
We're doing Tool. Neither of us have really been big Tool fans, but this week changed a lot for us. We
changed a lot.
We're taking a liking to this band. So we're doing their 5 records plus their EP Opiate. We're gonna rank those. So normally we start with the 6 Degrees with Tom DeLonge. Did you do that this week or no? Did you do your homework? Because I did not do my homework. Okay.
I mean, the easiest route to go is just Danny Carey and Travis Barker play together.
Yeah.
They did a drum off together. Yeah. And if anybody has not seen that, then they should go watch it because it was cool.
It was cool. Or you could just say that Josh Freese played with a Perfect Circle with Maynard, and then Josh Freese played with Blink very briefly.
He did do it. Yeah.
So there you go. Easy peasy. Easy peasy. All right. Let's get into this. Number 6, your least favorite Tool release. What do you got? Go.
I say it so loud. It's like, oh. Whoa.
Okay.
How do you sound like? Whoa.
That's exactly what I sound like, yes.
Opiate.
Oh, you ranked this one so high last time.
Yeah, because that was when I wasn't a Tooligan, but now I am a Tooligan. Green Street Tooligan over here. Opiate, their EP, 92. I used to like this one a lot. Like I had this on the vinyls too, and it was a purge at some point. I still do like this. It's still a solid EP. So if that shows you how much I enjoy Tool this week, then I guess this is the beginning of it. But it is really like elementary compared to what I've come to want from Tool. It does sound like Tool, but it doesn't have like the essence of Tool. These songs have a bit more melody and traditional structure to them, but ultimately it's small potatoes compared to like especially what I want out of Tool. It's small potatoes. It really is. So, yeah. Best song, Hush. Worst song, I think Jerk Off live. I really don't care. Okay. Whatever.
Yeah. So people listening, we did do Tool on the podcast like 2 years ago. I don't remember now. We did Lateralis. We ranked those records back then. And yeah, at the time we did not care. We didn't get it. But we tried our best with that album. But I don't know if we'll keep that
different place.
I don't know if we'll keep that episode up after this week because it's not representative of us anymore. So maybe we'll, maybe we won't. I don't know. But anyway, my number 6.
Of our history, though.
It is part of our history. It's true. So number 6 for me is Undertow, their first record from 1993. This is the heaviest record, full-length record they've put out. Really more guitar and riff-driven than anything else. I don't think Adam Jones, for most of the career, I don't think he's that great of a guitar player. The last 2 records, I think he really stepped up his game, but everything in the 90s, I don't really like that much in regards to his guitar playing. Of course, it sounds like Tool, but I mean, it's way more of a metal record, very, very grunge heavy as well. Even the way that Maynard sings on this record is still, it harkens back to like, not Pearl Jam, but maybe like Alice in Chains, like that kind of Lane Staley kind of feel to his vocals at times. But, whatever. The record's fine. I mean, I would go back to it. I wouldn't get it on vinyl, but I think there's maybe 2 or 3 of these records I get on vinyl. But yeah, Undertow's not one of them. It's still not bad by any means. It's just I just want more with Tool. I think Adam does better on later records, and it's not nearly as proggy as Lateralis and even Anima. So Undertow, banger, Crawl Away, pretty typical heavy Tool from like the Opiate kind of era, and at the end it gets thrashy, double bass in there. It's wild. So I don't really have any stinkers on these records because there's just a lot to digest, and it's hard to kind of pick a stinker from any of these.
It's true.
So, yeah.
It's true.
Undertow is my number 6. So what do you got for number 5?
Undertow, number 5, first record. It's a fine album. I don't think this is aged very well. I think there's something to be said about how safe or basic this is. And like these are only terms that I'm using to describe Tool like within their own discography. This is still better than a lot of stuff that came out in the early 90s in regards to like alt metal, new metal, grunge. This is still pretty good. It's a developmental album for the band. It's a push in the direction that they want to go in. I don't know. For so long, I've liked this album the most. If we're like ranking the records, just because it sounds the most like Opiate, but not like there's something clicked this week, and it's like, you know what? Like, no, I think I do get it now. I understand what's happening. It's still a bunch of like hella good musicians making some pretty rad fucking music, but it's too ordinary to be placed higher. It is. Sorry, it is. And also funny that Henry Rollins makes an appearance. Banger, sober. It's always fun when we do these things and we do like a band that we haven't gone through discography, haven't listened to a long time, and a song comes on, like, holy shit, I forgot the song exists. It's fucking good. The big single, the big song that put him up there a little bit in the early days. Mm-hmm. It's rad, dude. It's so cool when everything slows to a crawl and it's just Maynard alone before like the big crescendo kicks back in. Fucking wild stuffs. And then Disgustipated is my least favorite song. And it's just because like the cricket noises and there was a message from Maynard in there. Like I don't know, was that cool at the time? I guess maybe. Is that cool now? No, it's stupid. And it doesn't translate that well, so I don't know, whatever.
That's fair. All right. Number 5 is Anima, their second record from 1996. This is the first album with Justin Chancellor on bass.
JC, Chazé.
After Paul Diamore had left, he only did the first record. He only did Undertow and the Opiate EP. And this one is definitely a step up. What?
You put fucking Opiate above Anima. I think it's Anima. Anima. I think it's Anima. I think it's Anima.
Oh, I think we did talk about this on the last time we did tour.
Yeah, I think it's Anima.
Whatever. Who cares? Yeah, I don't give a shit. Anima. I'll call it that. Fuck, where was that? Oh yeah, this is just a big step up, I think, in the band's songwriting because they're becoming more of a progressive band. This is the bridge between what we know as Tool and what they were doing in the underground scene. That's really what it is. They're not. They're building like these peaks and valleys within the songs, but still keeping a lot of edge and a lot of heaviness from the early records. But nothing quite hits as hard as the later stuff or as like the earlier stuff. It's just this weird kind of like just purgatory kind of thing for me when it comes to Tool. Like they didn't quite know where to go, but it's still great. It's still a really great record. I'm just kind of like, splitting hairs here. A lot less experimentation, like I said, and banger is Hooker with a Penis. That is a really good fucking song. Stinker, I don't really have one because once again, there was just so much to digest this week, and I listened to all these records twice over the last week, so it was a lot to take in because these records are over an hour. Each record is over an hour, except for Opiate. It's crazy.
I did the album of the week twice today.
I only did it once. I did the album of the week yesterday, today, and then a few days ago as well.
I fucking love the album of the week. Love it.
It's pretty good. It's pretty good. So yeah, Anima, whatever. My number 5. What do you got for number 4?
Anemic. Yeah, Anima. We were gonna do this one. This was on the chopping block, and going through the discography. Once I got to the album of the week, I was like, dude, this is not. I do not want to do Anima like at all. I just don't want to do it. It's too stupid. After Paul left, we got Justin, and this could be like their first record. It's a huge step in like the creative direction that they want. Big rock songs that kind of wander into metal territory, but also like weird long prog songs that incorporate bizarre and unique soundscapes. Production sounds amazing, but I still think this sounds dated. Maynard's vocals aren't very dynamic. He's either like whisper singing or just getting upset, which is not like a bad thing, but I feel like so many fucking 90s singers were doing exactly just that. There was just no dynamic to his vocals. And I think like if you're going to do, I don't know, like Brandon Boyd is like arguably the best like singer of that over encompassing genre of whatever all of this is.
Yeah, I would.
And so like I always just kind of compare everyone to him, and it's like, dude, he's leaps and bounds better than Maynard here. Maynard's not a terrible singer, he's not a good singer, but he's not yet playing to his strengths. So whatever. I think this is a good record for like a meeting point to get people into Tool but not overwhelm them with like Lateralis. But 46 and 2, that was my biggest banger. I think the song rips even with Maynard's dated performance. The song builds very nicely, but also Hooker with the Penis too. Fucking dope song, even with Maynard's vocal performance. But easy worst song, Message to Harry Manback. It's just a message that some guy left on Maynard's green jelly roommate back in the day who kicked him out of the house, and he left a mean message on him. It's just stupid to put it in the middle of a record, bro. This is the 90s. Make it a secret song. Make it an ender. Don't put it in the middle.
All right. Number 4 for me is Opiate EP from 1992. First release that they put out with the OG lineup. And yeah, 2 of the songs are live. Jerk Off and was it Cold and Ugly? I think that was the other live one. And those 2 songs have never been properly recorded in a studio outside of like a demo from 91, but never re-recorded for any future release. And I really like Jerk Off. That's my banger. I don't care. I think that song is brutal. It's rough. It's tough. I think it's a killer song. But in the end, this is their heaviest output, their heaviest release they've done to date. And I doubt they'll ever go back to this kind of heaviness. But it's also very straightforward. There's no complex structuring or anything like that. Nothing nearly as complex as Lateralis and even Anima. But yeah, I don't know. This is still a solid record. It's a fun listen through. I used to have this on vinyl as well, but I did purge it. I think we got this for like $8 back.
I think it was $6.99 on Amazon.
Was it? Okay. I know it was under $10.
Yeah, it was so fucking cheap.
And I had it for like maybe 2 years, and then I did a massive purge in my collection.
It stayed that cheap for a long time too. I think now it's finally shot up in price, but like it's like $15, $20 or whatever. But yeah, it stayed that price for a long time.
Yeah, so it's great, and this is where I'll start getting it on vinyl again, or I'll start getting these records on vinyl. So, Opiate,
3? Yeah, 3 of them,
3 albums and an EP. Yeah, I get Opiate again. So if I see it really cheap, I get Opiate again. But I wouldn't get Anima or fucking Undertows. Yeah, Undertows. So what do you got for number 3?
This was tough because I wanted my number 3 to be my number 2. But ultimately, I changed it. I changed this one a lot. This was the hardest ranking for me. It was 2 and 3. So as it sits right now, number 3 is 10,000 Days, and I think this is a solid stepping stone into Inoculum. After the listen through and like figuring out exactly what I personally want from Tool and what I like to hear, this one became a lot better. But like the only knock here is like, yes, it can be really fucking slow at times. But like as we'll say, and I'll mention it over and over, like Tool is all about space and dissonance and just chilling, giving room for the song to breathe. There's a lot to love here, but there's also a lot of downtime. I like downtime, and they do it well here because it serves the album as a whole. I just my biggest thing here is that Inoculum did this better. Inoculum is a better 10,000 Days, and that's it. I still like this record a lot. I do want this on the vinyls. I thought that was pretty fucking amazing. I did not expect this one to be that good. Banger, Jambi, Jason Giambi. Yeah. What a fucking ride, man. This bitch starts off hard right out the gate. And I also love Maynard's vocals on this. He has a good groove, and it's fucking cool. And then my least favorite one is the pot. This song reminds me of 2 things. One, it reminds me of the Halo theme song. And then also reminds me of the intro to Renegade by Styx. Right? Hey, mama.
Yeah.
I was like, damn, bro. Like 2 things put together, which I love. I know you like that Renegade song too. Fucking banger of a song.
Love that song, yeah. And
the Halo theme song, dude, of course. Heavy nostalgia with it. So it's not that I dislike the song. I just put it here because I want to talk about it. That's it.
Okay.
It's good.
That's fine.
I really don't have a stinker.
Number 3 for me is Lateralis. I know that's controversial, but I need to.
It was my number 3 for a while.
I know, and I need to just spend a lot more time with it. I get it. I understand it's a very complex record. When we did it on the podcast a few years ago, we did make fun of a lot of like the whole Fibonacci thing and how fans make a bigger deal, make up more stories about these songs in this album than are actually there. And I still believe that. I still feel these Tool fans just look into shit way too closely, way too deeply. When a lot of shit is really just surface level. And I mean, even on Fear Inoculum too, and 10,000 Days. But Lateralis especially, it's certainly the most complex record up to this point. This is probably like their calmest record throughout their whole discography. Like they're just their least heavy. This is just the most. It just trudges along, man. This album has to be listened to front to back, outside of Schism, because Schism and The Grudge are my bangers. But Schism is the only one that I feel like stands out as on its own. But everything else needs to be listened to sequentially on this record, because it's all like really just like one tempo through the whole fucking hour and 15 minutes of this record, and it just doom 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 doom. It just goes and goes and goes. But it's almost like hypnotic. How hypnotic this record is. It's fucking crazy.
Hypnotic. I see.
Lateralis. This might go up, in the future as I listen to it more. At this point, I would get it on vinyl. I know there's a lot of controversy with their vinyl because they don't really repress any of their records for various reasons. Supposedly, Adam Jones is the reason why they don't. Maynard's wife came out and said that recently, which I thought was funny. But this band just always seemed like they're fighting with Maynard all the time. So this band's fucking weird. Lateralis, yeah, this is a really cool record. Really, really cool record. So that's my number 3. Like I said, banger, Schism, or The Grudge. No stinker at this point. So what do you got for number 2?
Number 2, Lateralis. This could have easily been my number 3, just because I really did like 10,000 Days a lot. But I don't know. Here we are. Lateralis number 2. Dynamics. This record is just rife with it. The title track alone is pretty fucking wild. You mentioned the Fibonacci sequence thing, and there is something to be said. Like the song structure, the writing, the music. There is something in the Fibonacci sequence and how the numbers go up and whatever it is. Whether that was intentional or retro, what do you call it, retconned in? I don't know. But this band's weird, and Danny Carey's way too fucking good at everything. So I don't put it past him. It's a record that's purposely bloated and like just out of control. It's something that's not unlike something we'd see from the Mars Volta. It's very indulging. It's very gluttonous.
Just not as exciting.
But then they can still write a fucking dope rock song. Like you mentioned Schism, that's my banger. That's just a dope fucking rock song. That's still 7 minutes long.
I know. And that
you know
bass
what I mean?
line, that bass line is just iconic.
Like talk about a basic rock song for Tool, but a career high for most bands. They could, like, in their wet dreams, they could write something this fucking good. But this album is seamless when it comes to like sequencing. It's front to back. Every song I think supports the next one and then carries over themes from the previous song. And that's something Tool does all over. I think Fear Inoculum perfects it. But it's just it's amazing. There's just constant push and pull. Very little relief on this. I know we talk about a lot. Like Tool doesn't have a lot of drops. They don't get a lot of relief. It's all just kind of like build.
Action.
And now I kind of understand it though. Like now I get it, and it is that, and it's meant to be that, and it's a different listening experience. Mm-hmm. Lateralis is fucking good. Also, dude, Justin has some dope parts in this record. Like playing his bass like a guitar at times. His intro on The Patient, where he does those sweeps with the knob, dude, fucking absolutely sick. And I watched a lot of live videos too, because a lot of people in Reddit were like, "Oh, I like this song a lot," and then I saw him live and they played it. And I was like, "Holy fucking shit!" It's like, all right, let me see. And like they were right, dude. Like every time I watched, like, God damn, that was pretty good. But then even when we watched like Tool perform, right, the Aussie thing, it's like, damn, dude, Tool still slays. They still just put on a good show. They still just fucking tight. They're still adventurous and fun. And Lateralis, I think, is like the best example of just everything that is Tool all put into one nicely wrapped package.
Yes. All right, my number 2 is Fear Inoculum, their 5th record from 2019. The album of the week. The album of the week. So I'm not going to get into this right now. Listen to the main episode. Go listen to that. We're going to break that down musically, lyrically, all that shit. So go check it out. So what is your number 1?
Well, that is my number 1.
Oh, no, I'm sorry, your number 2. Jesus.
Lateralis was my number 2.
Oh, what am I thinking? Oy. Oh, I'm all over the place.
Me talk pot hard today.
All right. So your number 1, Fear Inoculum. My number 1 is 10,000 Days, their 4th album, 2006. This one is fucking insanely good. It's I think it's quite a departure from everything they did before. Just prior to this record, they were touring with Fantomas. I think that's how you pronounce that band's name, and as well as Meshuggah, and you could hear that influence on this record. They even said like we were heavily influenced by both of those bands, and they're good friends with Buzz from the Melvins, who's also in Phantomas. I don't know how to say it.
I think it's Phantomas.
Phantomas?
Could be. I don't know. That's what it looks like to me. I don't know.
But they were heavily inspired by both bands, and man, you could hear the Meshuggah especially. I mean, it's all over this record, and Adam Jones just stepped up his game. This is where I feel like he became a really, really great guitar player on this record, and Fear Inoculum. Just absolutely killed it. The dynamics on this one are I think they're even better than Lateralis in that it doesn't just trudge along. There's giant peaks and very low valleys all throughout this record. Just the what is it, the contrast of the parts in these songs I think is just done so well, and then Danny Carey just ties it all in perfectly. I know a lot of fans were gonna go, "What the fuck? You're so stupid! You fucking this is not their best record. This is one of their worst records." Because I remember when this record came out, I was working at Tower Records when this record came out, and so many people were buying this CD. And then I'd see them like a week later, like, "Yeah, that fucking Tool realm sucked. It was so bad. But we waited so long for a new Tool record."
Not their fucking worst by any means, but it's not their best.
But it's damn close to their best. So 10,000 Days, I think this is an incredible record. I went back to my old rankings from a few years ago, and I did also rank this my number one. There's just something about it that just clicks with me that I just absolutely fucking love.
Well, that's exciting.
And I do like Meshuggah a lot, so that might be a part of the reason why I like it. Because that band and that drummer is something else. Fucking something else. So, yeah, number one, 10,000 Days. So that's all we have for this episode. Go listen to the main episode, like I said. Oh, no, actually, sorry. We have our top 10 Tool songs. We did make a top 10 of our favorite Tool songs. So let's get into that real quick. What do you got for... we're going to go, 10-1. You go first. I'll go second. So what do you got, Jeff? Go.
So for the rankings, the only thing that switched for me is I just switched Lateralis with Fear Inoculum on my rankings. But even then, I you too. Like we didn't care enough. Like we didn't care that much. Yeah. Just because Lateralis was my number one last time doesn't mean I loved it so fucking much.
Yeah, we talked a lot of shit on Lateralis.
Yeah. But like we didn't like Tool, and I've for sure have come to do a complete 180. But yeah, 10. So my number 10, Bottom, it's from Undertow, the song Bottom, Rock Bottom. And then number 9, The Grudge from Lateralis. Number 8, 46 and 2 from Anima. Number 7, Reflection. Number 6, Tempest from Fear Inoculum. Number 5, Jambi from 10,000 Days. Sober. Title track, Fear Inoculum is number 3, Schism 2. And then my favorite Tool song, I think this is their best song. And that's kind of what like spurred this, is just I watched an Instagram thing that kind of broke it down. But Pneuma, I think that's how you say it, Pneuma, that's my number 1 Tool song. I think that's their best song.
Perfect.
I'll make the rules.
Dude, we all know you don't. So my number 10 is Stinkfist from Anima. Number 9, Parabola from Lateralis. Number 8, Jerk Off from Opiate. Do love that song. Number 7, Descending from Fear Inoculum. Number 6, The Grudge from Lateralis. 5 is Vicarious from 10,000 Days. 4 is Hooker with a Penis from Anima. Number 3 is Jambi from 10,000 Days. 2, Schism from Lateralis. Number 1, Pneuma from Fear Inoculum. By far the best song they've ever done. And we'll get into that, like I said, on the main episode, because there's a lot to talk about on this song. The song is it's truly something else. So, yeah, that's all we have for this. Thank you all for listening. Go to Spotify, Apple Podcasts, give us 5 stars. If you're watching on YouTube, you smash that subscribe button, and that's it. That's all.